ibang klase mag-invest ang mga Pilipino. Tell me, where should I put my money? So, ang ginawa ko technically sa'yo is binudol kita.
Grabe talaga yung pagbagsak ng real estate market sa Pilipinas at nababalitaan ko ngayon ng daming mga vacancies. So on this video, pag-uusapan natin ngayon real estate. And is this a good time to buy o kaya mag-rent muna? At ano ba talaga nangyayari sa mundo ng real estate? And with me is one of the best and most well-known brokers in the industry. She's that broker, Miss Maiko.
Wow.
Maiko, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. I love the intro. I am not the best, but I like that. I will
okay.
take that.
Oh, take it. Take anything you can get, diba?
Claim it.
Oo, di ba? Pero Maiko, before you became She's That Broker, you were really a broker. Matagal
Yes.
ka ng broker.
Yes, I have been a licensed broker for 3 years now, but I've been in real estate for almost 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
So nakita mo yung industriya ng real estate change from 10 years ago to today.
Oh, yeah. And my mom has been a real estate broker since I was in high school.
Wow.
So I was exposed to that. The highs, the lows, the highs, back to the lows.
O sige, so to break the parang the myth
Yes.
or the romanticizing becoming a real estate broker. Kasi marami nagsabi real estate brokers make millions.
I wish. We can, but it depends when, right? It depends when that's gonna happen. Right now, I just had a call before our podcast. I asked my friend, "Hey, how are you? How's your sales?" Another broker friend of mine who would close a lot of deals in the past. He's like, "Wala, Maiko, mahina. Ayoko na nga mag-viewing eh." Ako naman, kaya nga nag-content na lang ako eh. Parang break muna natin ata ito lahat ah. So,
Talaga?
So, right now, you could say that brokers can make millions, but sobrang soft ng market ngayon.
Siguro if I were to try to compare the money brokers make, kasi naman you guys get percentages of the sale. Malaki.
Yeah.
You're talking about, let's say, you magbenta ka ngayon ng property, 100 million. Pero then again, how often do you sell 100 million property?
Exactly. At saka gaano mo katagal tatrabahuhin yung 100 million na yon?
Para mabenta yung isang yon.
Correct.
So you could be waiting a year, 2 years before you make that 100 million peso sale. And then you're like, oh my God. So
Definitely.
for the 1 to 2 years, wala kang pang-araw-araw.
Wala.
Ah,
Ganun yung buhay. Kaya ang sabi nga nila, one-time millionaire kami mga brokers eh. Kasi minsan may pera kami. Minsan sobrang poor namin, di mo kami makikita. But that's why, yun naman yung mindset na I'm trying to help people address also. To have the mindset na hindi porket kumikita ka ng ganito kalaki, ganito na yung gagawin mo araw-araw. Spend it all, right? One-time millionaire.
one-time millionaire.
One-time millionaire. Very Pinoy, but maraming guilty sa atin.
parang dinaanan mo yan, Maiko. May hugot
Of
ka.
course, may hugot talaga, may hugot. When I became a real estate broker, at the beginning, when I was closing, sabi ko, sana yung mga perang ginastos ko sa BGC. Every night, going out. Diba?
Yes.
After you close a deal, sana ininvest ko na lang. Eh di sana ngayon, mas comfortable. Pero ngayon pa lang natutunan ko in my 30s to really put the money aside, to save it in case of for the rainy days ba, sabi nila,
right,
diba?
right.
And now na-experience natin yung rainy days na yan.
We're in the rainy
We're
days.
in the
Binabaha tayo, literally.
Binabaha, literally. Exactly.
So Maiko, tanong ko sa'yo, paano mo pinapark yung pera mo ngayon?
Ngayon, it's really saving, putting it in insurance. Kaya gusto ko na-meet ko kanina si Tito Gina. I hope eventually I can also get into stocks, crypto, and it's something that I would understand. We had a conversation about it, pero until now, it's so hard for me to understand.
Maiko, stop trying to understand it. Just put the
Just
money
go.
in. Okay, here. Ang tanong ko sa'yo, do you have your money in dollars or pesos?
Pesos.
Put it in dollars. Magkano na peso to the dollar ngayon?
Ano na?
61.50 or 61.80?
61.8.
Oh,
Holy
and
smokes.
a few months ago, ano yan?
50,
58,
diba? Yes, correct.
58, 57.
What the heck?
So, isipin mo how much you lost value in the pesos you're
Yes.
holding. Remember, yung 1 peso mo dati,
Oo.
ngayon 75 cents na lang yan. Oh.
Yeah,
You lost a
where
lot.
we're going.
You lost 25% of the
Okay,
value of your
okay.
money by keeping it in pesos. Put it right away in dollars.
Okay, yung ba yung USDT? Yung
Well,
ba yun?
that's
Same,
crypto na dollars, yes. Ang maganda lang
Okay.
sa USDT kasi, mas mabilis siyang gamitin. Kasi pag naka-dollars ka, pwede sa bank account, pwede naman lagay mo sa dollars.
Okay.
Tapos i-convert mo to pesos whenever you need it.
Okay.
Ang USDT lang kasi, you're holding on to it. It's not like pag sa bangko kasi hirap yung US dollar. Vine-verify pa nila, ganyan. Tapos paminsan-minsan kung nagko-convert ka, tinitignan pa yung serial numbers, may mga ganon.
Yeah.
USDT, you convert it, you have it, use it, ganon.
Noted.
Pero if I were you, put it in dollars. Kasi if you put it in dollars and the peso drops to 61.50, it's worth more.
Correct.
Not less.
Of course.
Ngayon, you earn pesos, you just lost how many
Ayoko na malaman.
10% value in your 8 to 9% value in the pesos you're holding.
grabe.
And mas mataas ang presyo ng bilihin.
Yes, exactly.
So you just are losing money.
Yes.
Hindi mo na preserve yung halaga ng pera mo.
Correct.
Kaya importante 'yon.
Yes.
If I could give you one advice kung ayaw pa bumili ng Bitcoin, at least ilagay mo sa dollars.
Okay, good to know. Kasi syempre yung mindset ko ngayon, I want to be able to diversify, right? Because right now, the scope of my understanding is real estate. So that's how I fight inflation. So okay, yung perang na-save ko, lagay ko muna sa real estate. Because this one, I understand. I see it, I understand it, and this is how I was trained to think.
Right.
So at least, okay, nalagay ko dyan yung value ng pera ko. I'll keep it there. And then hopefully I can build my portfolio and create more and talk about it.
Okay.
But pero that one, I will ask you. And I do keep asking, but have patience with me.
Okay. Sige. So Maiko, speaking of real estate, nabalitaan ko nga lately na parang may nakita ko mga ibang mga articles and blogs about it saying na parang there's 30,000 vacancy units vacant. And I think they're referring to condo units in particular.
Yes, condo units in particular.
30,000?
The range, the actual range is between 70 to 80,000.
Wow, ang layo naman ng 30 sa 80.
30,000 is the RFO units, if I'm not mistaken.
Ready for
Kasi
occupancy.
there's RFO and there's pre-selling.
Ah.
So there's RFO na naka-turnover na, ready na sila.
Yeah.
Yung mga building na nakatayo na, may vacancy pa sila,
Right.
30,000.
Okay.
Tapos merong malapit na magawa, which is still around 60,000.
My
Sorry, my
God.
math is not mathing. 40,000.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God, grabe.
Sobrang dami. Hindi ko nga alam kung baka mas marami pa eh.
I think so.
Because right now, I do a lot of content for developers. And every time I make content, I check the inventory. And most of these developers, hindi lang isa building nito eh. Isang brand yan. Let's say, itong building na to. Pero normally, 3 building. 2 o 3 building
Right.
pa yan. With how many units per floor,
Yep.
right? So iniisip ko nga, 70,000, I think this is the range. But it could be more.
Yeah.
Because that number is in Metro Manila alone.
Yeah.
There are also developments in Pampanga,
Yep.
in Bulacan, in Batangas,
Cebu.
in Cavite, in Cebu, Iloilo, Davao.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever we're facing, it is crazy. And you told me, hey, Maiko, sabi mo kahapon, kung may gusto ka i-present, dalhin mo ha. So actually, if it's okay, I want to show you something.
Yes.
This is based on my experience as a daughter of a broker. So I've seen how the real estate industry, in more of my personal experience, from when I was a kid until I actually became a broker until now. So I want to run you through it. And I wanted to share this with you because I feel like a lot of people are talking about real estate in a very macro perspective. But there are a lot of people na hindi naintindihan yun eh. Masyadong malawak, masyadong deep, masyadong technical.
Oh.
Diba? So for me, in my content, I try to simplify all this information and gusto ko ipaintindi in a way na I also can understand it. My kids can understand it.
Okay.
When my mom started investing, that was early 2000. That was the rise of
Yes.
condos.
Yep.
Like suddenly they started introducing condo as a luxury.
Yep.
Way into luxury.
Yep.
So my mom was an OFW and then she was promised that this is gonna be the next big thing in the Philippines. If may condo ka, ito mga magiging kapitbahay mo. Marami ng expats sa Philippines ngayon. So mag-invest ka na. Para pagdating ng 2000, I think they started turning over a lot of the units. around between 2006 to 2009.
Yeah.
So my mom started buying. She bought in near my school, Lasal. She bought 2 in Alabang. And then she bought in BGC. She bought in Makati.
Nice.
So early 2000, right? So ngayon, 2005 to 2012 was the condo boom. Daming
Okay.
expats. Daming expats, and daming promises. And then the promises were really meant, ha? Like the
Oh, yeah.
rental was good.
Yeah.
And at the time, prices were reasonable. Right?
Yes.
Condo mo, 1 million, 2 million,
Yep.
3 million. Meron ka na in BGC, in Alabang. And then, 2013 to 2019, this was the golden era. Yung house namin na pinatayo namin ng parang 1 million lang, that made even more money than all of our condos. That house, which was 75 square meters with 3 stories, na parent ng mom ko for like 150,000 pesos
Wow.
per month.
Wow. That's good.
And this was because our golden era was the Pogo days. Meron ka ng, I think I skipped BPOs. May BPO
BPOs,
ka na.
yes.
Meron ka pang Pogo. So, wow. All the brokers, including my mom, ano pa ako, kakastart ko lang nito 2018 ako, 2017, 2018 ako nag-start. So my mom was like closing deals left and right. Effortless transactions for all the brokers that I've met. And all the brokers were such show-offs. Mga naka-BMW, naka-Audi, alam mo yun? Sobrang mga flashy brokers. Because closing deals during the golden era, which is around 2013 to 2019, was so easy. Even selling for developers was too easy. Buti na lang ako, I would always say that I'm happy na my career didn't start then yet. I
Right.
was just starting. Because if I had experienced that, magkakaroon ako ng illusion na ganito pala ang market,
Yeah.
ganito lang kadali mag-close. Ito ang mga clients. And yung standard ko, it's not the same standard as what I have now. And then, the shock. The pandemic happened and then suddenly nagkaroon ng shift. And then after nun, came yung Pogo was banned completely.
Right.
So imagine all the promises, the BPOs,
Yep.
the Airbnbs, the Pogo, all that artificial demand na we've been having, gone, right? So, for us na naiwan in the industry and left with all these inventory, how are we gonna sell this? What are we gonna do? So kaming mga broker na nasa field, nagre-rely lahat ng mga developers, lahat ng mga property owners sa amin. So the pressure is on us to work on these properties. But kami, we're just sellers of your products. Kumbaga, ikaw si Nike, you have the shoes. Ako lang yung salesman sa loob ng Nike store. Ang ibibenta ko lang yung mga sapatos na ginawa mo. So kung ayaw na ng tao yung sapatos mo, it's not up to us. We can't do anything about it.
Right.
So now is the question mark for us as sellers. What is going to happen? What are we going to sell? Because somehow people are not happy with the products anymore.
Okay.
There is a shift in the buying habits because of all this inventory na magkakamukha. Imagine if you have 70,000 inventory. Ano ng product yung gusto mo ngayon?
Oo nga.
Kasi magkakamukha na and it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
Diba? So that's where we're at. And us brokers, kapag nag-uusap-usap kami, ano nang gagawin natin? Paano natin ibibenta to? Hindi nga natin mabenta yung isa. Anong guarantee na mabibenta natin yung isa?
Right.
Kasi magkakadikit lang eh. Imagine in BGC, magkakadikit lang yung mga developments, right? So that's where we're at right now. And as brokers, we're really hoping for better products, developers to be more collaborative. Because in the past, developers have always been, this is our product, we make it. They don't even listen to us as sellers because we're just small fishes.
Yep.
Small fish lang kami, di ba? We're just small fish. So kung ano ibigay namin sa inyo, yun lang makukuha nyo. Kayong buyers, kung anong gawin namin, yun lang ang bibilhin nyo.
Yeah.
But now the standards are changing, especially when the pandemic happened. So every time we had a crisis, nagkakaroon ng shift yung mindset ng mga buyers. So kami gusto namin, as much as we would like to adapt, we're not the developers after all. So we're always in the lookout for new products to give them.
Okay, so in that case, when you say there's a product shift, ano ba hinahanap ng mga consumers ngayon compared to dati?
Yeah.
Na hindi ino-offer ng mga brokers?
So, before, there was no real standard. Hindi pa tayo yung mga, in the early 2000, none of my friends could travel outside of the country. None of my mom's friends would travel outside the country. So, pag sinabi ng developer na ganito ang itsura ng condo, yung balcony mo, isang tao lang kasya. 'Di ba? May isang posting malaki sa loob ng living room mo. You don't know anything better, right? But now, these people are, first of all, exposed to social media, exposed to so much information. And then on top of that, you have all these crises happening. Sunod-sunod, para tayong kinombo ni Lord eh. Di ba? Parang dapat matuto kayo. Parang disruption after disruption after disruption. Nung una, pandemic. Kala mo, yun na yun. Kala mo, magbabawi na tayo, di ba? And then, nagkaroon ng flood control issue.
Pogo muna.
Pogo muna. Tama,
Oo.
tama. Pogo muna. Okay, pogo. Tapos, flood control. Tapos, oil crisis.
Oil guys naman nga. Parang every year, may isa, no?
May isa, parang talaga,
every year.
parang itong world ngayon, parang tinitest tayo.
Yes.
Disrupt for us to adapt and also to understand what our options are as investors. Because before pa lang, you already noticed that eh. Ikaw, you grew up in Canada. Alam mo na na parang bakit ibang klase mag-invest ang mga Pilipino? Parang hindi naman talaga investment. Parang there's somehow, it's all about emotions. It's all about, maganda yan eh. Maganda yung amenities niyan. Pag sinabing itong brand na to, I like that. But hindi naman talaga tinitignan yung numbers, tinitignan ba may demand, may growth pa ba? Wala. And there are a lot of owners na because they can buy it in cash, they hoard properties.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah.
May mga, may mga buyers that buy in cash.
In cash.
You wanna tell me who these buyers are? What is their profile?
Well, you probably already know, right?
Go ahead.
In the past, so I live in Alabang. And in Alabang, there are a lot of luxury properties. You always wonder, sino bang buyer ng mga luxury properties? At that time, you only have, of course, Pogo and politicians.
Okay. Maiko,
That's it.
thank you for being honest with me. Yes, so inaamin mo na clients are pogos and politicians.
Yes, mainly.
So in other words, either criminals or criminals.
Oh, that, I can't speak for them.
Hindi, pero yun yung problema eh. I actually look at that as an artificial demand.
Yes, correct.
Kasi yung mga demand na yan is coming from ill-gotten wealth. I don't want to politicize this discussion, but I'm going to. Kasi I always politicize everything. Everything is politics. But I'm going to say lang, Maiko, ito. Being a broker, I understand that you guys are just trying to sell a property. Pero does it sometimes feel bad or na parang na-realize, teka lang, itong politiko, bumibili ng property, babayaran niya ako ng cash. Is there some part of it that says, maybe I don't want to be a part of this transaction?
Yes, definitely.
Kasi parang it's money laundering.
Correct.
And there's no law saying na bawal naman yung ginagawa mo. You're just a broker. But at the same time, you're part of the entire ecosystem of money laundering. One of the easiest ways to launder money is bumili ka ng property, ibenta mo, malinis na.
Yes.
Yun. And alam mo isa pang way. What they do, hindi nga cash eh. May iba ganito eh. Politician goes to you, I'm going to kasama niya yung banker.
Yeah.
Borrows the money from the bank to make it look legit. May pera naman siya, pero gagawin niya, gagamitin niya yung bangko ang magbabayad sa'yo, and then he has utang na binabayaran niya buwan-buwan. Malaki yung interest, siguro 2 year, 2 year, pero to legitimize it. So that's another way. So it looks more legit, galing sa bangko yung pera. I wonder lang, so ngayon ba, I mean, I understand that some brokers need to sell and have experience that nakita ko mismo, broker friends of mine.
Yeah.
Harap-harapan, I saw the politician there. Kasama niya yung girlfriend niya, hindi asawa, girlfriend. Binilhan niya ng condo sa Rockwell.
Wow.
Okay? Nakapangalan sa girlfriend.
Okay.
Para siguradong laundered na yan. Kaya nakapangalan sa this girl. Kaya kung makilala mo yung girl, sabihin mo, wow, how did you afford a condo in Rockwell? You're 20 plus years old. Well, it's that politician that bought it for her. Andun yung broker. I was there in that dinner. And I was like, what the heck?
Wow.
So that's why. Now, every time I hear about brokers and even real estate owners who say to me, wala namang problema sa real estate na makakabenta pa naman. And then I ask, sino bumibili? You answer that question.
Yes.
Ay,
So
ngayon,
definitely.
Eh ngayon, wala na yung pogos.
Yes.
And yung mga politicians ngayon, nag-iingat na rin.
Correct.
At na-turn off na yung faucet ng budget.
Exactly.
Wala na sila nakuha from flood control. At least, mas konti na lang. O paano na? Kaya ba brokers ngayon nahihirapan?
Correct.
Then this is the real market.
Yes.
This is the real demand.
Yes.
The people
Yes.
who have been priced out of this industry.
Yes.
Kaya ordinary Filipinos hindi na makabili ng real estate, hindi makabili ng mga condos na yan dahil na-price out sila dahil sumobrang taas.
Correct.
Dahil ang daming mga politiko na nagbibili, cash, kaya kaya ng developer pataasin ang presyo.
Tama. That's very, very well said. As in, I am 100% with you because I am one of those many Filipinos. I've always wanted to own my own property. But it seems like all the locations that I like, sobrang inflated. Sobrang mahal. Like, I keep thinking about saan kaya pwedeng tumira na makatarungan pa yung presyo.
Right.
Halos wala. Wala na. Kailangan mong lumabas. Kailangan mong pumunta as far as Lipa, Batangas. Nandun na.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, wala naman akong kilala sa Lipa, Batangas. Pero yun yung kaya kong i-afford ngayon eh.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy na you pointed that out because I feel like I also have God's protection right now. Because I always wondered, back in 2019 when I was sort of just starting in real estate, na I see all these brokers who are closing left and right, politicians, they're friends with politicians,
Yeah.
pogo, and they're closing so fast, so easy. And I used to admire and get jealous until I had the realization that that was actually God's protection. Because somehow all my clients were real people.
Yeah.
So that's why I wasn't, you could make millions, but why am I making 50,000, 60,000? Sobrang maliliit lang. And then I realized na if pinagdaanan ko yun, hindi ako magkakaroon ng standard and I won't give the same effort that I give now. So I'm with that real market. Yung tayo, yung mga
Yes.
normal citizens
Yes.
na naghahanap buhay, gusto maka-afford ng bahay, yun yung market ko ever since. A lot of expats.
Yep.
But that's it. So, hindi talaga ako, I guess, lapitin ng politician because I'm very black and white. I hate that gray area. Pag hindi ko na naintindihan, kapag may something dodgy, you will lose me. So, sabi ko din with other brokers na if hindi black and white, I'm not your guy. Because I also believe in karma,
Yeah.
right? And true enough, I am one of the brokers, I guess, na is still okay despite the situation.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yung sinabi mo it depends on when you started.
Yeah.
That's generally in business, yun yung rule eh. Pag ikaw nag-start ka in the good times, in the heydays, in the peak, pag bumagsak yan, hindi mo alam paano mag-recover.
Yes.
Pero kung ikaw isa ka negosyante, broker, or you started your business at the worst time, then you've done the hard work.
Yeah.
Then, kumbaga, nag-plant ka na ng tamang foundation.
Yes.
You work hard. Pag dumating yung mga good days ulit, pag yung cycle mag-pick up ulit yan, sama ka na dun. Kasi nasanay ka na sa hirap. And hindi ka mahihirapan mag-adjust or mas grounded ka and hindi ka madadala kung biglang bumagsak yung negosyo na magpapanik ka na hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo.
Yeah.
Compared to others na nag-start in the heydays. Pag bumagsak, they quit because they don't know anything else. But because you started at a time when it was literally from the ground na paakyat with all the crises,
Yeah.
kaya mas maganda yung pasok mo. Pero ito, for regular people right now na hindi nga makabili ng property ngayon, anong advice mo sa kanila? Should they buy right now? Given that there's an oversupply. I want to talk about that oversupply kasi nga may mga nakita ako, maganda yung mga ibang vloggers yan, sinabi nga nila that it's actually dependent on the city.
Correct.
May ibang cities daw, mas mababa yung vacancy rate.
Yeah.
May iba mas mataas. Saan yung mataas?
Parañaque, Bay Area,
Because of all the
Pogo.
pogos na umalis na. And I've seen that. Every
Yeah.
time I go by MOA, that area,
It's-
literally mga condos, nakapatay
ghost
lahat
town.
ng ilaw,
Yes.
nakakatakot.
Nakakatakot.
I wouldn't even want to buy.
Yes.
Because I'm the only tenant.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like a ghost town, di ba?
Yeah.
It's eerie. Yung feeling parang abandoned city.
Yep.
Ganun siya eh. So that's why yung oversupply, hindi din accurate to assume because a lot of my buyers now, a lot of brokers would come to me, okay pa ba bumili kasi may oversupply. So there is an oversupply pero heavily dependent din siya on the location. Ano ba talaga yung mga affected ng POGO? And saan ba talaga nag-hoard, 'di ba? Ang binibili dati POGO days were isang buong building.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Oh,
ha?
yeah.
O 5
Ilang
floors,
floors,
kay
yeah,
ganyan.
exactly.
By floors,
Yeah.
hindi siya by unit
units,
lang.
yeah.
And that happened a lot in the Parañaque area. In Quezon City, yung isa pang part na may oversupply. Kasi nga nagkaroon ng artificial demand. But BGC and Ortigas and Makati, for example, they're pretty stable because that's always been like a stable location for many businesses, legit businesses, expats, and then end users. Because like you and I, like we both know, like we love going to BGC. So even us, we're the target market for that place. Right?
But even BGC, for example, marami mga politiko bumibili doon. I actually, banggitin ko na rin that, I remember meeting this counselor. Counselor, in his 30s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or baka nga, late
20s.
20s pa nga lang eh. Oo. Political family to I'm not gonna say the name. This guy, high flyer to magastos ganun. Nagkwentuhan kami, and I said, where do you live now? He goes, in Grand Hyatt. 350 square meters ba or something. It's
Wow.
the big unit
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
If that's 350 square
Yeah,
meters,
yeah, no,
let me
ikaw.
tell you, this is the price. You can assume that they bought it pre-selling, so it's probably around 300,000 per square. 350, no?
Yeah.
That's 105 million pesos.
Yeah, ganun. Yeah. So that's what I mean. So kahit yung mga, come on, Shangri-La, Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh. Ako, I would
Alam
dare,
na natin.
I would dare say, siguro what, 20% of the people that bought there are either criminals or politicians. And totoo nga, andun nga si Zaldico, di ba? Yun
Yeah.
yung condo niya, di ba? So yun yung point ko is that even in those areas, there's the artificial inflated demand
Yeah.
because of the politicians
Yes.
nga na nawala na ngayon, na turn off din yon. Affected din siguro yung mga BGC, Makati,
Yeah.
Ortigas
Yeah.
kahit papano.
Yes. So, of course, affected lahat eh. Affected. Mas malaki lang in specific areas.
Yeah, in specific areas.
Yes. And this one, I got this from, diba? I did my homework. I did my homework, and this is from Colliers. Because at the end of the day, I'm a broker. Most of my data, I also get it from Colliers,
Right.
Lichu. And this is Bay Area.
Yep.
Followed by the next one is
56.
Makati.
56% vacancy because of the Pogo ban.
Yes.
Pero hindi na
And
sinabi.
yan yung nakikita mong madilim.
Yeah. Oh,
Yan yun
ito,
lang.
dilim nga. I'm gonna post this.
Yes,
Send this to you.
definitely,
Pero
definitely.
pero what's interesting is hindi nila nilagay pa dito yung yung flood control
Wala pa,
They have-
diba? Wala pang kasunod.
Oo, pero that's interesting ang hindi affected lumalabas dito.
Masyado.
What is this one?
This is BGC and Ortigas.
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 Okay.
Ortigas kasi what I noticed when I do my viewings, when I do my research there, first of all, there's not a lot of new developments. It's not like as
Yeah,
crazy.
right.
Right? So there's lesser inventory, and a lot of the people in Ortigas also are end users or they also buy
Yes.
for their own use.
Yes. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, tama ka dun kasi yung mga yung mga politiko, yung mga corrupt money, they wanna be in BGC. That's why
Interesting.
mas may effect yan. Pero
Okay.
Ortigas, they don't wanna buy in Ortigas.
Right.
Parang Ortigas, I have all this money, I wanna buy the most luxurious. Kaya saan ang luxury ngayon? Sa BGC. So, dun nabubuhos yun eh. Kaya dun mo makikita yung effect compared to Ortigas.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba, if you have all this corrupt money, would you say, oh, I bought this luxury condo in Ortigas?
Ortigas.
Hindi eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pero sa mo, oh, I have this luxury condo in BGC.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. BGC ka, di ba? Parang
Correct.
ganon. I think
Correct.
that's why.
Interesting.
Okay, ang tanong ko ngayon, so is it better ba to buy or is it better to rent?
It really depends. I get asked this a lot, and I think as modern Filipinos, we really have to be more realistic about our life goals, our budget, what we're really prioritizing. Kasi may mga clients ako na kapag inaudit ko yung life plans nila, magmamigrate naman pala to Canada in 3 years. Bakit bibili ka
Oo nga.
ba? 'Di ba? Tapos mapaparent mo yung condo mo, ang rental yield mo 2% lang.
Yeah, baba nga.
What for? 'Di ba? Better put it in crypto, I guess, or stocks. Then at least wala ka pang headache. Kasi kung meron kang property dito, ako as a broker, binubulabog ko mga owner. Ma'am, yung unit nyo may leak. Kailangan ipaayos. Imagine sa Canada ka, sarap-sarap ng buhay mo. Ginagawa mo, nag-aayos ka dito ng unit. So it really depends on what it is for. What do you want to do? Do you want to live in it? Because if you want to live in it, that's amazing. That's actually probably one of the best reasons why you want a condo. Because you are there. You want to be there. You need convenience. You need access to your office, to friends, and so on. The second one is if it's for rental, will it really make money? Because right now in the CBDs, your rental yield is only around 2 to 3%.
Baba.
Ang baba, di ba? So unless ipapa-Airbnb mo. But if papa-Airbnb mo yan, you have to understand that that is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Right? Pero another option that a lot of people disregard is because masyado tayong na-influence nitong condo culture. Right?
Yep.
Parang for the longest time, it's always like, condo. Hindi, magbibili na lang akong condo. Pag may nakakausap akong client, especially OFWs, ano bang magandang invest na condo? Bakit condo lagi nasa isip? There are other ways for you to invest in real estate. It could be REIT. It could be country club shares. It could be even columbarium. Alam mo, ang
Yes,
daming way eh. Ang daming pwedeng lot. Pwede kang mag-land bank muna, sa iyo lang yung lupa. May mga ganong options na. So that is also something interesting if that is within your short or long-term plan.
Right.
So right now, if you have all those options and if you know exactly what your goals are, I would say that real estate is a good investment right now because it's never been this low. Like it's never been so accessible to own a home. Like for me, if my only goal is to own a home, parang kotse lang yan eh.
Yes.
Dati yung mga kotse, ang hirap bumili, di ba? Dati naalala ko, kami ng lola ko, ang sinasakyan namin, jeep. Why? Because ang hirap magkaroon ng sariling sasakyan. Kapag may sasakyan ka, dapat milyonaryo ka. Because you have to buy it in cash.
Yeah.
Right? Ngayon, the banks, they're giving you access to loans and it's never been so easy. Rent to own. Rent to own, dati may catch. Kapag rent to own, kailangan mabayaran mo muna yung ganito, ganyan. Ang daming mga pakulo. Ngayon, rent to own is straightforward. It's like you pay 25,000 per month, you own the condo. That's never happened before because now the developers are adjusting to the real market.
Alam mo, now that you mentioned it, ako naman I think this is a market where it's better to rent. For me, kasi nga, prices have still not gone down that much. A lot of unit owners or mga landlords are holding out. They're still holding out. But having said that, tingin ko, bigyan natin ng mga 2 taon pa to, 3 taon, may mga bibigay dyan, may mga magkakapitulate. Sasabihin nila, shucks, nagantay na ako 5 taon, hindi ko pa ito mabenta. Sige na, cut na natin yung price. Basta makuha ko lang pera ko. And besides, I bought it at this price.
Correct.
Okay na, kahit ito na lang profit ko, basta I get my money. And I think that will happen in a couple of years.
It's happening now.
Oh, it is. So,
It's
but I think
happening
it'll happen more. Ngayon, with regards to the Bay Area or the Parañaque area, MOA area, I think what will happen is eventually, lahat ng mga unit owners doon will eventually capitulate. They will eventually say, sige na, half price. You're gonna pay cash, half price yun na to.
Correct.
The bank will say, I'll fund it. Kasi alam nila at that price, mura na, go.
Correct.
So, yan ang magandang time. So, I think buyers, magantay kayo, you have a chance, you can wait this out. And ipunin mo pera mo and then have the money to buy. Here's the warning I have for all the buyers and I want to know your take on this. Ang problema kasi ang galing ng marketing ng mga developers. And I don't like this marketing, to be honest with you, kasi I find it misleading. Sasabihin sa'yo, 30,000 a month lang, you can own your own condo. Pambihira talaga. So, ang bilis mabudol ng mga Pilipino. 30,000 a month lang. Oh, pero hindi nila alam 30,000 a month for 5 years.
For 2 years.
Oh, for 2 years, excuse me. 2 years. And in the second year, you still owe 95%.
Yes.
Pambihira, I owe
Correct.
Then,
From 30,000, biglang 150,000, di
oh,
ba?
tapos, pwede ka naman umutang sa bangko. Eh, magkano yung monthly ko? Ayan na.
Yes.
Then
Reality kicks
naipit
in.
na. And I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I want you to comment on this, is lumalabas ngayon, karamihan, they don't understand that kind of commitment. And then naiipit sila, and real estate developers make money from the defaults.
100%. 100% because they can resell it at the current market price.
While they made money already,
They already
from
made
the
money.
other,
Yes,
parang
yes.
kumbaga pinarent nila doon habang hindi pa nabebenta. Kung di mo matapos, I can still resell it and I already made money anyway while waiting for another buyer.
Correct, correct. And actually, dyan pinakamalapit yung heart ko. And we had a we had a conversation kanina before we started. That initially, when I made my content, it was really to promote listings, hopefully to sell. But then I got a bunch of messages from Filipinos, especially OFWs. And ganito yung nangyari because hindi naman tayo, wala namang financial literacy sa Pilipinas eh. Hindi naman tayo educated sa aspect na to eh. So kapag sinabi sa'yo ng someone that you trust, di ba? Ako broker mo, wala kang alam sa real estate. Chris, 20,000 per month lang to. Eh kayang-kaya mo, di ba? You're making 100,000, 25,000, that's nothing. So magkukumit ka. So ang ginawa ko technically sa'yo is binudol kita.
Yeah.
And for the last years, ganun yung style ng selling ng mga developers.
Okay, tanong ko lang. If for example, you're the broker, di ba? Nabenta mo. Tapos nag-default siya
Yeah.
after paying 24 months
Yeah.
at 30,000 tapos hindi na niya mabayaran, do you still get your commission?
Up to the amount that they've paid.
So parang siguro sa broker, basta mabenta ko na, mag-close, okay
Yes.
na yan, bahala na.
Yes, and ito naman yung problema. Well, first going back. So, itong mga tao na nagreklamo sa akin, it feels like now it's my responsibility to support you, to help you. Because I don't want for this to happen to my friends, my family. Kasi hindi lang naman yung mga random people na naloko nito, yung mga kamag-anak ko. Nangyari din to sa kanila. Because hindi nga natin alam, di ba? We don't know any better. So, I lost my train of thought there. Can I have a water break?
Sure. Sige, so while you're having your water break, alam mo, yan yung wina-warn ko sa mga Filipinos eh. Don't just look at the
Yeah.
monthly.
Correct.
Don't look at the monthly. You need to look at the big picture.
Yes.
Magkano ang halaga nitong condo o property na binibili mo? When
Yes.
you're talking about a 10 million condo,
Yes.
tanungin mo, 10 million, how am I going to pay for that?
Correct.
Hindi yung, 20,000 naman. 10 million
Yes.
yan. 20,000 a month is not enough
Correct,
to pay that off. You're gonna pay off for buong buhay
Yeah.
mo.
So, okay, I remember what I was gonna say now. So, ngayon, itong mga agents, and the reason they sell that way is because nakakota kami. I also work for a developer. Pag hindi ka nakabenta ng isa, dalawa, tatlo, depending on your quota, tsugi ka. You don't have a job. So, kaming mga regular employees na gusto naming magtagal sa trabaho na to eh. Para kaming mga sales lady ng SM. Machuchugi kami pag hindi kami nakabenta. So anong ginagawa ng mga ibang ahente na hindi makabenta? Ibubudol na nila yung mga tao, is that the right term? Para lang mag-reserve ka. Because that reservation that you make counts as a sale. The more reservations I get, the longer I can stay in the company. The longer I can have salary. And that's actually the unfortunate reality that's happening in this industry.
Alam mo, baka mabash ka na tinatawag mo yung mga ibang real estate brokers na mambubudol.
Well, this is what I talk about this all the time.
You
in my
do?
content.
Okay.
Yeah, na parang this is something that we should change because the buyer's mindset is already shifting. Hindi na sila nadadaan sa budol ngayon. Alam na nila, they know better. Why? Because people are finally speaking up. They're sharing their truths na this is what I paid for and ganito pala talaga siya.
Okay.
So now, mas may awareness na. So tayo mga brokers, I'm really trying to create awareness na there should be more integrity in what we do. We should be more transparent. We should be more black and white. If the developers are putting pressure on us when we're working for them, maybe it's about time to work independently, work under brokerage firms,
right.
work for secondary market. Because the
Okay.
secondary market is also big.
Ang laki. Especially
Malaki,
now.
mas malaki.
Yeah. Especially now eh. As a matter of fact, I think for brokers, it's better to be independent.
Yes.
you have options.
Correct.
Kasi pag nasa isang developer ka lang, ang hirap nun eh. You're stuck with that developer.
Tama.
And, you know, if you don't like what they're selling and tas nakaka-pressure pa, hirap ka dun eh.
Yes, exactly.
Oh. So, okay. So, in that case, I think, yung isa pang issue ko kasi with the prices right now of real estate is that it's artificially inflated. Right now, the prices are what? In prime areas. BGC, magkano ngayon per square?
Or 50,000?
450,000. I was gonna say 300.
No, that was like 3 years ago.
See what I mean? That price is, well, I don't know about BGC. That's crazy.
Crazy. 450,000 may 1 hectare ka na sa Camarines Sur.
Grabe. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I think there's something wrong when the price is that high na. I don't even may nabebenta pa ba sila at 450?
I think so. Ako wala.
Oh, so sino kayang bumibili ng at that price eh?
Yeah.
That's what I mean kasi these prices, remember, are based on the last sale.
Correct.
I mean, nabenta ako at 450. Therefore, the price of everything is 450.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, okay? If we keep doing this to the market by inflating the prices for their own greed, I think magka-catch up din to sa mga developers na to.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the buyers, yun, ang recommendation ko nga right now, hold off a little bit. If you can rent ka muna. And even if you have, let's say, 20 million, 30 million, hold off on that 30 million purchase, rent for 30 to 50 to 100,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because at 100,000 a month, that's only 1.2 million a year.
Yeah.
Versus paying 30 million na wala na yung pera mo. The 30 million can give you a return
Yeah.
of what? 5%.
Yeah.
1.5 million a year
Yeah.
yan.
Yeah.
That's more than what you can rent.
Yeah.
And you still make money.
Yeah.
So in other words, talagang hindi, in my opinion, it's not a good time to buy because I think the bottom is not in yet.
Yeah.
I think the bottom is starting to come.
Yeah.
But if you have the money, pwede mong i-push yung mga sellers
Yes.
to give you a deep discount.
Exactly. And I think that's where I agree with you because if you have sellers who are putting prices at almost 70% discount, that's when you go in.
Yes.
But that's the only time you go in. But if they say they give you 20% discount,
Right.
it's still nothing eh. And as you said, bababa pa yan.
Yes.
But if it's already 70% discount now, there must be a reason. And these are the sellers that you want. Yung reasonable.
Yeah. And besides, let's look at BGC for example. Some of 450,000 per square?
450,000
Oh, sige.
per square.
Kahit yung mga lumang condo, 450 per square?
Yung lumang condos, no,
See?
they're around, it's
Ano?
different price.
Yeah. So the 450 are the new build.
The new buildings, correct.
But the old ones, let's say fairways, parang ganon.
Airways, around
But-
250,000.
At the most.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, you could even get it below 200.
Correct.
Because they
Correct.
bought it at 50,000 per square.
Yes.
When it was pre-selling.
Yes.
I know that. My friends bought.
Yes, exactly.
Kaya kung ikaw, so if you're the seller and you're like, wait a minute, I'm trying to sell my property, ang hirap magbenta ngayon, I really only bought it for 50. If I can sell it for 150, nag-3x ako, sige na.
Tama.
Out na ako.
Correct. So now, the best deals right now in BGC, and I can speak for BGC because that's my area of expertise, is if you can find anything around 150,000 per square,
Okay na yan.
that's good. That's really good. Because the
okay.
owners naman, if it's 100,000, wala, masyado namang, they will just wait it out
They'll
naman.
wait it out,
They'll wait it
oh.
out. Because for them, wala na. It doesn't matter. May rental income naman eh. And rental income is already good for them. But at 150, that's what you're really looking for in BGC.
Right.
So kawawa yung mga nakabili ng condo
ng mga 200,000, 300,000.
300,000 na. Kasi ngayon,
450.
gusto nilang mag-exit. Hindi naman sila maka-exit. Kung mag-exit sila, ima-match nila dun sa 150.
Hindi nila kahit tapatan
Wala.
yun. Oh.
Grabe, sakit, masakit.
Okay. And plus rental, rental rates in BGC have also gone down.
Yes.
I've seen really good deals.
Yeah, I mean, the rental has always been pretty much around that rate, which is 1,000 per square. So the rental, it's been stable. But it's really the selling price that has gone
Yun
down.
ang talagang bumaba.
Yun talaga, yun talaga.
Okay. So Maiko, in that case, right now for the viewers out there, so for the brokers actually, siguro tama yung sinama, dapat nga may integrity nga tayo dito. And siguro if I had to just put my 2 cents in, aside from the money, ito lang, please talaga wag na kayo magbenta sa mga politiko. please naman have a little bit of integrity in that sense. Alam ko kailangan nyo ng pera, pero kung ganun din, you're part of the problem.
Yes.
You're part of the problem that we have with the system. Wala kang karapatan ngayon magsabi sa akin na gago to mga politiko na to na corrupt kung ikaw ang nagbebenta ng mga condos sa kanila.
Yeah.
Na ginagawa nilang mga vaults na lalagyanan lang ng pera nila. Okay, yun na. So, and I've met people that have benefited from the politicians, and I'm telling you guys right now, have a little bit of integrity. Kung sinasabi mo na kailangan ko kumita, then you're part of the problem.
Yes. Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
Now, for the buyers naman, Maiko, ano advice mabibigay natin for the buyers out there right now? Buyers or renters?
Buyers or renters?
End users.
Yeah, don't for me I notice a lot of people, mga clients coming to me and they're panicking. They're kind of in a kung may pera sila, they're too excited. They're like, "Who tell me, where should I put my money?" May ganon. And then yung iba naman, masyadong takot na takot. Parang nawala naman yung balance. Don't listen to all these noises. Just think about you. Think about your needs. Think about all of the many options that you have in terms of investing. If it's a need for you and your family to really have a house, and that's always been a dream and you think you're ready, go for it. And if you think you want to invest in real estate, go for it. But don't go for it just because of all these noises that you have around you. Mura na, like as I said, murang down payment, wala nang down payment, para sa sasakyan. Di ba? So, nagpapanik. Yung iba naman, natakot, they're holding on. And as you said, it's much better to probably put your money into dollars. But do something. At least do something. Wag lang passive or wag naman too impulsive. But you always have to make sure that you fit it within your goals and try as much as possible not to copy what other people are doing. Kasi magkakaiba tayo ng setup sa life eh. Yeah.
Okay, and also, sige, just to give people an idea, no, if somebody was making 100,000 a month, how much should the rent be as a percentage of
30%.
So 30,000
Yes.
at the most.
Most.
Okay, hindi pa kasama ang electricity doon.
Ideally, kasama na.
30,000
Yes.
kasama. If you're making 100,000,
30,000. Yun na yun lahat.
30,000.
All in.
hindi pwedeng, not more than that.
Not more than that.
Not half.
Not half.
Okay. Then you're putting yourself in a little bit of a problem na.
Definitely. Kasi nakakalimutan natin, kailangan natin insurance.
Yes.
Kailangan natin ng savings. Kaya yung mga basic necessities
Yeah.
pa natin, di
Yeah.
ba? So all
okay.
those things need to be covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sige, next question ko naman. Anong advice mabibigay mo sa mga condo unit owners? Because I have some condos as well. So I want to know, what advice will you give me?
Be realistic with your pricing. I think you cannot. A lot of people are justifying their pricing based on how much they bought the property for. So, wala, binili ko to, ganito kamahal, tapos ang rent ko, ganyan lang. Diba? This happens a lot. And unfortunately, most of the condo owners are really the rich titas and titos of Manila, right? So sila din yung, in a way, I guess they don't need the money. So I encounter a lot of owners na pinaglalaban ba yung presyong hindi makatarungan. So just be reasonable and listen to your brokers, the advice of your agents, the brokers. Also do your own research and check the actual market price. Kasi ang alay ko sinasabi, I also have my own condo. During Pogo times, I would rent it for 40,000 per month. But I'm very reasonable. I know that that's not the market price anymore. You know how much my rent is right now? 18,000.
From 40?
From 40,000.
Sorry, anong lugar to?
Las Piñas. Las Piñas, Alabang. Border.
Wow.
So, diba? But I had to adapt
Yes.
to that market.
Agree.
But a lot of the condo owners, they don't do that because they were getting 100,000 2 years ago.
Right.
Dapat 100,000 ulit now. No, we have to adjust.
So I'll tell you, just from my own experience. So I'm glad I have tenants right now. I'm very happy with my tenants. Naalala ko, for about 6 months, I was holding out. I was one of those holding out sa price. No, it has to be this rent.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, kinuwenta ko, sabi ko, antay pa ako ng 6 na buwan. Magkano matatalo ko sa rental income na nawala by waiting another 6 months? If I can just rent it right now, cheaper, pero at least may pumapasok. Kasi I'm paying the association dues.
Tama.
Malaki-laki din yun.
Yes.
Sabi ko, at least may pambayad ng association dues and I have some money coming in than zero money coming in.
Correct.
So binaba ko na yung price ko. And I was able to rent both of them out. Thank God. So, which is good. But yun yung isang yun yung isang advice ko na tama ka doon that you really have to adjust to what the market is.
Yes.
Siguro also for unit owners, para sa akin din yung isa pa. Right now I'm not buying anymore. I'm not. I'm literally gonna wait for another 2 years. And then in 2 years I might decide to go in and I'm gonna make a ridiculous offer to somebody and say, you need the money.
Yeah.
I'll give you the money now.
Yeah.
Ito ang presyo.
You know, you can do that now.
Really?
Yes. You know, I had a meeting this morning and sabi ko na we have these people and we call them in our industry motivated sellers. Narinig mo na ba yun? Na pag iba yung motivated seller sa seller lang ha. Yung seller lang kasi hindi pa yan yes to all eh. Pag motivated seller, yes to all na yan. Desperate. They really want to sell. They don't care anymore because first of all, they don't want a headache. They're paying way too much for a property they don't need. So these sellers, they're open to anything. Yes. And that's happening now. And there's more and more of them now.
Okay. Sige. Also pala, idadagdag ko, isa pa palang na-experience ko din as a landowner naman din, as a property owner is this, yung concessions pagdating sa mga rental contracts, hindi na uso yung 10% increase every year. Nakalagay, pero hindi na-negotiate yan.
Hindi na.
Hindi mo na ka ma-enforce,
Hindi mo na may enforce
Kasi
yan.
ridiculous naman kasi kahit 5% increase a year is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Sabi mong nag-rent yung tao sa'yo for 5 years, 5%, 25% increase.
Yeah.
Grabe, parang pambihira ka naman. As if naman umaakyat ang negosyo o kita ng isang tao 5% a year.
Correct.
Diba? Nagtatrabaho itong mga to. O subukan mo at kaya mo i-maintain, hindi mo rin ma-maintain. So wala nang rental increase.
Wala na. Ang ginagawa namin sa contract, tinanggal ko na yun sa namin, yung sa generic contract that we have. Nakalagay doon ngayon and you'll see it in a lot of the contracts upon mutual agreement. Ganun na siya ngayon. Kasi nung Pogo days, okay, it's fine. 5% increase. Kasi mayayabang yung mga owner nun. Ganito yan. Okay lang. Kung hindi ka magre-renew with a 5% increase, I'll just look for another tenant.
Yeah.
Kaya, alam mo, ang hirap din maging tenant nung time na yun eh. Kaya now, and you're right in a way that renting now is also pretty amazing. I'm a renter myself. And I love it. I was able to secure a 5-year contract with no escalation.
See? Yeah, and then you win, the landowner wins.
Correct.
Kasi they have steady income for 5 years, not having to worry about this, and you have a place for 5 years, not having to worry about it. Yes. It's fair, and it's the market value and the market reality.
Yes.
Yun yung kailangan. And Maiko, siguro alam mo, na-appreciate ko sa usapan natin is nakita natin that markets that are inflated and artificial will eventually come back down to reality.
Definitely.
And I think the crises na nangyayari taon-taon sa Pilipinas pa naman is a way to bring us back to earth and to ground us into ano ba ang realidad ng ating bansa. At ito ay nakakatulong sa mga nangangailangan ng tirahan, which is the middle market, the middle class, which have been priced out of this market. And I am glad for this crisis. Mm-hmm. And I want the middle class to be able to afford and buy the properties that they deserve. Hindi na pupunta sa mga people that are just laundering money. And with that, Maiko, thank you so much sa oras mo.
Thank you so much.
I wanna just say to all the viewers out there, na if you have any suggestions, comments, violent reactions sa mga binanggit namin ngayon dito, sulat niya sa comment section sa ibaba.
Sana wala naman yung violent reactions.
Ay, marami yan sa Pilipinas pa, oh my God. In the age of social media, expect it.
Exactly.
So, guys, sulat niya sa comment section. Maiko, do you want to promote your social media channels for people that want to follow Maiko?
Yeah, if you liked our conversation today, my social media pages are She's That Broker, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So I talk a lot about real estate, especially a lot of content for real estate brokers and aspiring real estate agents. So hopefully we can adapt to this current market that we have. Don't lose hope because we're in the right timing. As Chris said, finally we can offer products that the Filipinos really need.
Yan. And with that, thank you so much guys sa pagpapanood nyo na ating programa. And make sure to also subscribe to this YouTube channel where we will talk more about money, business, real estate, and all other things about finance. Salamat sa inyo lahat. Ito si Kristan with She's That Broker, Maiko. We'll see you on the next episode.